Yeah.
I mean, I really would.
I know, man. Me too. We got something we got to work on. You know what I mean? We got to get that stuff together, man. Get ready.
I know.
But yeah, I mean,
well, if you guys are tuned in, we're getting ready to go live here. You're getting a little backstage preview. We're going to be
getting things together, getting ready
for radio.
Getting ready for the show. Get ready for the show.
Radio. Hey, why don't you go ahead and share it, man?
That's a good idea. That's what I'll do.
You're not looking down at your phone for 45 minutes.
That's a great idea. I like that.
Oh, man. I'm full of
it. It's actually what I was getting ready to do, but still, hey.
I'm full of great ideas, man. Did I send you the link to the Harris Way? I don't know if I did or not.
You did not. You didn't send me that link yet, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll send that link to you. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. We got Kyle Tucker from The Athletic. He's coming on here in a bit.
Kyle Tucker.
We're gonna go live and do the whole show and stuff. We're just kind of backstage at the moment, just hanging out for another 4 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'll let you give a little sneak peek of what we're doing here before we go officially live. Yes. I didn't message, no.
Shout out to our viewers out there that are coming in here. We're like I said, we're this is very informal for the moment because we've not gone live yet. I mean, we've gone live for you guys, but we're going live.
Hey, could you
on radio
check that out for me? We're live right now, actually.
Oh,
I'm dropping stuff.
You get the real behind the scenes, Tim. Y'all, I'm telling you, he's a mess.
You got all over the place here.
Yeah, you got to watch him.
Man, there's not any. Look here.
That sounds good. All right, cool.
Say hi.
All right.
Say hi. There's Kobe and Carly. Kobe and Carly. All right, we're going live, baby. Step up,
Doom, doom, doom. Where did you come from, baby?
I like that. Keep that going. Yeah.
That's your favorite song. You were like, man, if you don't add that one, I'm not doing the show.
Well, people need to know.
Oh, man. Well, we really are cranking out the viewers tonight, guys.
Oh, man. I mean, I'm getting nervous. You know what I mean? All two people watching are making me so nervous.
Oh, man. I don't know what we're doing wrong. I really don't. Because, I mean, we've got 7,000 people on the page. And
we're not news, man. We're sports. That's where we went wrong. Are you got something going on there at your house?
What was that? Man, 2 minutes before we go on, that just scared the wad out of me.
Hope it ain't gunshots again. We've had that happen. You all right? Everything good there, Adam?
I don't know what was that. What?
Dude, we got
what was
that? Less than 2 minutes. We're going.
Yeah, I'm aware. Thanks.
Are you under attack or what? What's going on there?
I don't know, man. Of course, our viewers pop up now because everybody's like, "Is something going to happen here?"
Yeah. Well, like I said, we've had gunshots at your place before. Never know what's going to happen there with Adam, man.
Yeah.
In the portable.
All right, hold on a second.
Adam is in the Wildcat Sports Talk unofficial studio office. So yeah, we're like I said, guys, we not officially went live yet. Although we're live, we're kind of behind the scenes here, and I've got sounds like people screaming and starting a war here somewhere. But
yeah, I know.
Awesome.
Man, you guys are really getting a treat tonight. I'm telling you. You get to see all the behind the scenes stuff, and there's a lot more goes into this show than you all think.
Yeah, good thing we don't go about 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah, man.
You'd really see something.
For sure. All right. Let's do this, man. You about ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're getting ready to go live in 5 seconds.
Wildcat Sports Talk is on, the show that connects you to the Big Blue. Now, let's go live to Adam and Tim right now.
Welcome in to Wildcat Sports Talk. My name is Adam. got Tim Brandstetter, and tonight we've got a special night for you because we've got a couple of, we've got one guest in particular that is very knowledgeable, man. Kyle Tucker via The Athletic. He's going to get in tonight, talk to us a little bit, and give us some recruiting stuff, and going to ask him and just kind of pick his brain tonight and get some sports stuff out of him. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. And in lieu of that, I do want to open up the show real quickly by just saying this. We don't get political on the show. That's our one rule. But I will say this. Prayers for the nation right now. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are suffering. And it's, I don't have the answer. I don't. And I'm sorry to tell you I don't. I don't want to try. But I can tell you this. There are a lot of people hurting right now. And so prayers and thoughts go out to the families of everyone that is affected across the board. So that's all I'm going to say.
Very, very well said, Adam. I'd like to add that, me and you talk a lot off the show, behind the scenes, and it's not something that we're not aware of or that we're ignoring by any means. We're very aware of it. We're very concerned with what's going on. We're all about unity and everybody, resolving issues and becoming better as a nation. And we've both been talking to a lot of our former UK players, and we've been doing a lot of talking to a lot of friends lately, Adam, and it feels like to me that everybody that me and you have talked to is on the same page. We're all after the same goal, and so that's pretty much all I want to say. My thoughts and prayers go out to everyone who's being affected right now, everyone who's hurting. We're thinking about them, and we're hoping everything gets better, man. We're all in this together. Like me and you said before, we say it all the time, Adam. We're Big Blue Nation's a family, and we're here for each other.
That's right. Well, welcome in Manchester. Man, it has been crazy over there. They've had storms go through, but we are live tonight in Manchester, Kentucky, Clay County. Shouting out to you, London, Corbin, Barberville, Pineville, McKee, Hayden, all of that area. We are reaching out to you on 95.1 The Buzz, so shout out over in Manchester, Kentucky. 859-428-8419 if you want to get in the show. And I should probably open up the phone lines before I give out the number, shouldn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. You might want to go ahead and open those up, Adam.
I will do that right now.
Give us a call, guys. 859-428-8419. Chat about whatever you want to talk about. Call us up. Give us your thoughts. Give us a question. Whatever you got.
Yeah, for sure.
Ready.
And we'll be glad to talk about anything tonight that you want to talk about. Want to talk about the upcoming year, recruiting, whatever, doesn't matter. 859-428-8419. Tim, you know what? It is going to be a great show with Kyle. I'm really looking forward to getting him on. He's a big, for me, I'm a big fan of his because, man, like, in terms of, and I'm just going to say this, there is probably no better Twitter feed out there to follow than his during a game.
Yeah, I agree, man.
If you're going to follow a Twitter feed, he keeps you right on top of it. He's kind of got some of the insider stuff that a lot of the other outlets don't have, and so he's very knowledgeable. And The Athletic, man, he's really doing a great job over there, and I'm just excited to see what he's got going on. We'll go ahead and take a call here. Hey, you're on with Wildcat Sports Talk. Who is this?
Hey, it's Jimbo Collins, good friend of Tim's.
Hey,
buddy,
Jimbo.
how you doing?
Good to hear from you, buddy.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Good. Hey, I just figured we'd, with all this somber noise going on, I'm going to pick at Tim a little bit. A couple of years ago, Tim was running around. He had every T-shirt and a pair of shorts in the world with Steph Curry on it, and claiming he was going to be the greatest player to ever live the time he's done, and now everybody's leaving those Steph out of the conversation. I just want to know how Tim feels about that.
That's a good. I'll address this real quick, Adam. That's a good question, Jimbo. And it's funny because just yesterday or the day before sometime over the weekend, I actually caught myself watching Steph Curry highlight videos. So I'm actually having withdrawals from Steph
Me too.
Curry.
That's what made me think of it.
But yeah, man, I mean, people are, and not long ago, I posted a picture of Steph and was like, greatest shooter of all time, just to, because I know people's going to argue with me no matter what I post. So, but I can't wait to see him back and healthy and things. But I'll always be a Steph Curry fan, man. I mean, I mean, I know you're a fan too. He might not be your favorite player, but I know you're a fan of basketball, Jimbo, and I know you respect his game as well.
Buddy, I tell you what, more than ever, I respect Steph Curry's game because I don't know, all this noise with LeBron and Michael Jordan and the bitter, he's better than me, I'm better than him, and they're going their different avenues and claiming their own thing. You never hear Steph Curry say a word.
Yeah,
he goes out and plays basketball and does his thing, and that's it.
That's a good point. What do you think, Adam?
Good point there, Jimbo. You got anything else for us?
No, I'm going to drop back off here and listen to you guys talk, man. Love the show. Keep it up.
All right.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you for the call.
Hey.
No problem. See you, fellas.
See you, man. Hey, Adam, do you know Jimbo?
I mean, maybe.
Okay, well, I'm just going to give you just a shout out to Jimbo, a plug here. Great guy, man. He's a great guy. Me and him go way back. He's done some sports writing before, and he coaches a lot of youth teams. Adam, the reason I'm telling you this is not telling you how good he is, but how serving to the community he is. He coaches basketball teams, travel teams from a small age all the way up to high school, and he spends a lot of time, Adam, with our local kids, traveling around and playing basketball and teaching them the game. And man, he's well loved with a lot of the youth in the community, and he does a good job with them. So I just wanted to give him a shout out for that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, if not,
you replying to a message right now?
Yeah, I got a thing going on. 859-428-8419. If you want to get in the show, we'll get you in, and you can call just like Jimbo did there. Whether you're out wherever you're at, and we'll get you right in the show tonight.
And that was a good call, Adam. That proves that it don't have to be a UK question. Let's just talk sports.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of stuff going on in any realm right now, whether it be NBA, UK, doesn't matter. It's crazy all across the board. So just it is what it is.
That's right. It is what it is, Adam. But yeah, I'm looking forward, like you said. You've said it a couple times already. I'm looking forward to talking to Kyle Tucker, and he does a great job, man. So it should be a good interview and give our followers some good insight in what he's thinking. And, hopefully he'll talk to us a little bit about the SAR situation with the transfer and his thoughts on that. And a lot of good stuff, man. I mean, I'm sure we won't keep him too long, but we'll pick his brain on what we can while he's on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna. He's probably gonna end up calling in. For all the people out there, it's
having some issues
logging in. So I'm just gonna give him the call-in number, and he can call in, and we'll go ahead and bring him on.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. We'll get him on the Cannabis Frog hotline.
Yeah, 859-428-8419. But let him call first.
As soon as you say that, we're going to have 4 or 5 calls now when we've been begging for them.
I know.
It's okay. we adjust on the fly.
Good times. Good times. Good times. Good times. So yeah, we're going to do that. So I wanted to real quick. You said Olivier Sarr. I keep thinking that we're going to get some good news and
Well, I'm glad you said that, Adam, because I was thinking about it yesterday, man. And I started thinking, and I read an article that got me thinking this. I was like, it's not fair that we're not getting a decision soon enough, because here's what happens. If he's not eligible, we need time to go fill that position, that spot. And the longer they make us wait, the more they're hurting our roster.
Right, for sure.
So that's the frustrating part, guys. It's not that we're impatient and, we just want to know. Some people might go, well, it's a long time till basketball season. The decision's going to be what it is. Well, no, you know what I mean? We got to know that decision so we know if the roster's full or not.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So come on. I'm mad, Adam. Let's go, NCAA. Do something.
I know. They just – it seems like for whatever reason, they can get all these other kids eligible immediately. But it's Kentucky. Yeah. I don't know.
And it feels like the longer they wait, the more we're going to get the bad news. So who knows?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get it. Let's get it over with. Let's go. We know Calipari can pull out some magic out of his bag if he has to. So give us the time to do that. You know what I mean? Give Calipari the time to do that.
Yeah, I agree. But in any case, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We are Wildcat Sports Talk. You can check us out on Facebook. We're also on YouTube, Twitter at Wildcat Sports TK, Instagram at Wildcat Sports TK. We're also on Twitch and Periscope and like everywhere else. And, of course, broadcasting live in Bardstown and Manchester, Kentucky at the moment, and soon to be several more. So that's coming. Hey, don't forget tonight at 7 o'clock, folks. You do not want to miss tonight's show. It'll be right here where you're listening. But tonight, the Harris Way with Ramon Harris. He's got former UK basketball player Patrick Patterson coming on the show. That is going to be absolutely awesome. So
that's huge, yeah. That's huge, Adam. Me and you're both excited about that. And any Kentucky fan out there, whether you're, full-time, part-time, you watch once in a while, you wear a hat once in a while, if somebody asks you, then you say that's your favorite team. Anybody out there, any level of Kentucky fan, you're going to be excited for tonight and the Harris Way. Former Kentucky player Ramon Harris interviewing former Kentucky player Patrick Patterson is going to be a thing of beauty. And I know we're excited about it. Patrick Patterson's in the league, guys. Hey, he's in the league. I mean, he's still getting it done. I mean, he's right there, man, and he's done a lot of good things. He's had a real impressive career, Adam.
Yeah, for sure. And we've, it's crazy because we, a lot of times with that team, he kind of gets forgotten about.
Mm-hmm.
But he is one of those guys that he kind of rose up, went through a tough time, and
if you go back and look, there's no reason to forget about him. I mean, he was an integral part of that success of that team. There's no reason to forget about him except for he wasn't a freshman at the time.
Right, for sure. If you'll do me a favor, just kind of take over for a few minutes or just a minute here, and I'm gonna take care of this. Okay?
I got you, man. Well, guys, there we go again. Adam putting me on the spot, but it's okay. I'm ready for it. I'm excited for the show tonight. We got like you said, Kyle Tucker. Hopefully, we can get him on the phone line. But you know what, guys? I mean, we're excited to be here. We're excited to bring you Wildcat Sports Talk. I mean, we have a lot of fun with it. We've been able to interact with a lot of players, man, a lot of former players. But your guys' interaction is something that I need to see a little bit more of. Early on in this show, we got a lot more messages back and forth. A lot of people commenting through Facebook and asking questions. Go ahead and give us a little bit more of that, guys. Make sure to share this post too if you're watching on Facebook. Go ahead and share this and like it. It really helps us, and we appreciate it. You guys out there listening in Radio Land, what's up, Bardstown? What's up, Manchester? We're excited to be on your radio. We're pumped up about it. We hope you guys can interact with us. I've been saying this a lot, guys. Wildcat Sports Talk is not about me and Adam. It's not about us at all. It ain't about us. It's about the Big Blue Nation, and it's about the fans. It's about you guys, getting your voice out there. So what we want more than anything is you guys to comment, ask questions, get involved, interact, give us calls, whatever, we enjoy that the most. It's a lot of fun. And so Adam's back, and he put me on the spot, but I came through.
Yeah, you did. You did a good job, man. You did a good job. We'll have Kyle on here in just a few minutes, and we'll get with him and talk to him. So yeah, man, it's like you said, everything you said, I agree with. So.
Thanks, man. I'm pretty sure you don't know what I said, but it's okay though, as long as you're agreeing.
That's right. That's right.
Just interaction. The only thing I touched on was interaction. We like the interaction with the followers and the Big Blue Nation, to interact with the show as much as possible.
Yeah, for sure. If you'll just real quickly here, we'll be actually. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. One second here.
I was reading Jimbo Collins' comments.
Kind of take it over here for just a second, okay?
All right, I got you. I'm gonna read some comments from our Facebook followers, guys. Jimbo Collins says, times like this, you need to break out the guitar and sing "I Bleed Blue." That'd be fun, Jimbo. That's like my favorite song ever. I don't know how to play it, but I love it. And Jimbo Collins also says, the NCAA is waiting until late. They made Cantor wait forever and then told him to kick rocks. That's a good point. We got Raphael Little watching. So you guys on Facebook land, Raphael Little is watching right now. You want to interact with him, send him a message. He's been a big fan of the show lately, and we're working on getting him on, and we're pumped up about that. Kendrick Henson's watching.
Hey,
Vicky, Gerald.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah, what's up,
Tim,
man?
Hold on just a second, okay?
All right, man. Can't hear you. All right, Adam, I can't hear you at all. I don't know if you can hear me or if you got some technical difficulties going on there, but anyway, I can't hear you, man. But I just want to shout out to everybody that is commenting on the page. Tim Beeson's watching. Roy Goodman is watching. Doug Blankenship is watching. I just want to shout out to all those guys. I love the interaction. Isaac Dalton Wilson, a good friend of mine's watching. Michael Beard, Gerald Dalton.
It's a weird thing. I tried to get you to just give a little bit of 20 seconds of something. I was talking to him, so they couldn't hear it.
Okay.
Do you see?
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
And so
I was running my mouth there for you.
I know you were. And so here's the thing. He's going to call after the 20 break because it's kind of pointless to bring him on for 4 minutes and then have to go to a break. So we'll take a break at the 20 mark and get him on. He'll call back around 23 after or so.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. I know you've been talking to him a little bit back and forth, and I'm sure you guys have been talking about the Big Blue, and I bet you can't wait to get him on.
He is a busy guy. I'm not gonna lie. He's a very, very busy man, and so he works hard, and so we're fortunate to be able to get him on tonight, and I'm excited about it. So.
You know what? That's something though that I need to think about too. Sometimes, Adam, we that's the reason we want to really thank our guests that we've had on the show. Anybody that's been on the show, we want to thank them again right now because we know they're busy, man. We're all busy. Everybody's busy, and those former players that have came on the show, although they are busy, it means a lot to us that they've gave us that time to reconnect with the Big Blue Nation, Adam.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So, again, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We do appreciate it. We will, of course, we'll take more of your calls a little later on in the hour. And then, of course, tonight at 7 o'clock, the Harris Way with former UK basketball player Ramon Harris. He's got Patrick Patterson on the show tonight, folks. So you do not want to miss out on that one. And he does take calls as well. So name another show out there that's going to let you call former players. Other than Cameron Mills, I get it. But, that's going to let you call former players.
That's right, man. Pat,
cool.
He's a fan favorite, man. Patterson's a fan favorite. We all love Patterson, man. I mean, he's just, he's just one of those guys, man. I mean, he's special to the Big Blue, man. We remember him, we love him, and it's going to be a great show. I'm excited. Can't wait, man.
Yeah, it's exciting times. Exciting times. So, you were going through some of the comments. Did you say hi to Roy? Hi, Roy.
I said hi to a few of them. I was trying to.
Tim's there. We see you too.
Vicky.
Break out the guitar and sing I Bleed Blue. That's what he wants you to do. You see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I read that. It was pretty funny. I was like, that's my favorite song, but I don't know how to play it.
Well, you need to learn it. That's important.
Vicky, my Aunt Vicky Takersley Taylor is watching. Shout out to her. And we appreciate all the comments for sure. We got more coming in. You know what I was letting everybody know, Adam? We got Raphael Little, and he's watching. So
Raphael Little, the man.
That's a name you'll never forget as a Kentucky fan.
Hey, man, he's one of my favorites. I cannot wait to get him on the show. He absolutely needs to be on this show.
It'll be fun.
One of my favorites. It's funny. We don't often fanboy over a lot of the guests that we've had, but he's one of those that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, for sure, man.
When we return, we'll have Kyle Tucker from The Athletic. He will give us the 411 on some new stuff. That's after the break. You're listening to Wildcat Sports Talk.
This is Kentucky Agriculture Commissioner Ryan Quarles. During this unprecedented time, the need is great. That's why this station and Feeding Kentucky are uniting against hunger. You can help your local food bank without leaving the comfort of your home by donating at feedingky.org. Your generous gift will ensure that families in our communities have enough to eat. Together, we can make a difference. Consider donating today at feedingky.org.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19. Physicians and public health professionals are trying to protect us because our healthcare system would be overwhelmed if too many people get seriously ill. We have to take their advice seriously. So, prepare, focus on the essentials. Protect, keep some space from people outside your home. And disinfect, a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Think about this. Less than 4 in 10 Americans can name any of the 5 freedoms guaranteed in the First Amendment. Yet, 41% of Americans under 35 think the First Amendment goes too far. Do you know your 5 freedoms guaranteed in the First Amendment? Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, freedom to peaceably assemble, freedom to petition the government. Think First. Go to thinkfirstamendment.org to learn more.
Aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Have you been in a car accident and need legal help? Contact Gambrell & Wilder Attorney at Law, who reminds you to drive safe and arrive alive. They're located in Pineville, Lexington, and London. Give them a call today at 606-337-5015. Truck, car, wreck injuries, work injuries, they've got you covered. That's Gambrell & Wilder Attorney at Law. You can find them online at GambrellWilderLaw.com.
We've all heard the frightening fast talk of modern medicine.
May cause severe infections, liver damage, gastrointestinal bleeding, increased blood pressure or cholesterol, reduced white blood cell count.
Ancient medicine has no fast talk and no disclaimer, unless you count this.
You might want to pick up some snacks. Oh, and you're going to sleep like a rock.
Cannabis Frog not only offers CBD oil, but also other natural alternatives, such as herbal teas, essential oils, and in-store foot detox. Find locations and more info at cannabisphrog.com. Cannabis Frog.
Welcome back to Wildcat Sports Talk.
Welcome back into the show. You're listening to Wildcat Sports Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We'll be taking your calls toward the end of the hour. Tim, how you doing tonight, man?
Man, I'm doing good. This music's making me do better.
That's right.
I like it, man. This music makes you want to, bounce around a little bit, shake your head.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, thank you guys again for tuning in tonight. We will have Kyle Tucker here in just a moment. He'll be calling us, and actually, look at that. Look at that. Hey, Kyle, we got you on the show. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. But just first off, thank you for joining us on the show. I'm a big fan of yours. I followed you on Twitter for a long time. I actually told all the people here listening earlier. I said there is not a better Twitter feed during a game than Kyle Tucker.
It's in between the games that probably people would disagree with you, but I'm working on that.
But no, man, you're fantastic. I just kind of wanted to pick your brain tonight, and we'll just go ahead and just dig right into the meat and bones of it here. Olivier Sarr, what's going to happen, man?
Well, I mean, I if I could tell you that, I'd be a rich man, I guess. I don't have a crystal ball on that one, and it's a complicated situation. We don't have a lot of past evidence or cases just like his to say, oh, he's definitely getting it, or no, he's definitely not. My gut feeling is still that he's going to ultimately get the waiver and play this year. I just think there's so many things at play, and people who are skeptics, and I think it's a reasonable skepticism, would say, not a lot of guys, or really hardly ever, has the NCAA granted waivers because somebody's coach got fired or coach left for another job. That's just not one of the criteria that they really consider. People look at Johnny Juzang getting his waiver quickly approved. He's going to play immediately at UCLA, and we already know that now. His was a classic case where you could go, well, of course he'll probably get approved because he's moving back home, literally to his home city, in the middle of a pandemic where you could easily cite just sort of family distress, moving back home for a family reason. Those get granted all of the time. So there was just a question of when with that one. The one encouraging thing, I think, for Kentucky is the timing, just how quickly they pushed that Johnny Juzang waiver through, which may suggest that, hey, they're making their way through these a little faster than normal, and you won't have to wait until October to know. That's the nightmare for Kentucky, is that it drags on and drags on and drags on, and they're trying to prepare for a season, and they go ahead and prepare like he's going to play, and then in September they tell him he's not going to play. But to me, even though it's not a slam dunk case because of the coaching change, I think it's a really compelling case because of the timing of the coaching change. He was a guy with legitimate legitimate NBA potential, as he tells it. Danny Manning, who's was a former number one pick and knows a thing or two about NBA drafts, kind of talked him out of going into the draft this year, or even really exploring it. So he didn't. And then Wake Forest conveniently waited until the day before the early entry deadline, and so they fire him the day before he has to make his final decision about whether or not to go into the draft. And at that point, he's done none of the sort of homework it would take to talking to teams and gathering information. I mean, he was really not in a spot to make an informed decision. And so when you take that and you take the fact that we are in the middle of a pandemic, and I think they're going to be more lenient in general with waivers, and I think taking into account that in a few months now they're going to vote and probably this rule will be over anyway and everybody will be able to transfer freely anyway, to me it would be outrageous for him not to get a waiver.
Well, my thought on that too is how you going to look at a guy like Johnny Juzang and tell Kentucky fans, oh yeah, well he can be eligible, but your guy can't.
Yeah, I don't think they'll apply that logic at all because I agree with you. I just think they're very letter of the law, and they have just traditionally over and over and over again granted waivers for the I'm moving back home, to be closer to family for, whatever family emergency. And I think a global pandemic qualifies in just about any definition. And he moved, he didn't move closer to home. He moved home. He could live in his parents' house and go to school at UCLA if he wanted. So I think that was a pretty slam dunk case. But I hear what you're saying. Kentucky fans will be furious if Johnny Juzang got a, no doubt automatic waiver and Olivier Sarr does not. And I totally understand that.
Yeah, so I kind of saw something that you had posted yesterday, state of the program in football. I'm switching gears to football. Man, we talk about this on this show all the time, about the fact that Kentucky is in a position now to where they're 2, sometimes 3 deep at positions. I just kind of want you to elaborate on that a little bit and kind of give us your insight on that. It's incredible to just sit by and watch what Mark Stoops has done for the football program.
Well, just look at one of the most important position groups, the offensive line, where they've so upgraded under Stoops, and they've done the thing I wrote in that piece for the Athletics, pretty high in the story. Stoops kind of did the thing everybody told you can't do at Kentucky: line up and just play smash mouth SEC football against bigger, stronger, faster, more talented SEC teams. You've got to have a gimmick. One of the reasons he's been able to do that is he also defied the idea that you couldn't have as much talent as the rest of the SEC. And he doesn't have quite still the level of the very top of the league, but he's gotten really close. He's really leveled the playing field quite a bit in the talent department, and one of the big areas they focused on is the offensive and defensive lines, because they are, he said, I'm not going to play gimmicky, I am going to play smash mouth football, and I am going to win that way. I'm going to run the football, play defense, and punt when I do. And so he's had the school's all-time leading rusher. Last year they led the SEC in rushing. He's had the school's all-time the sacks leader. He's had the National Player of the Year as a punter, the National Punter of the Year, the Ray Guy Award winner. At all the positions where you'd want to, be strong and have standout players to play that kind of football, they've had them. And so now when you look at the last 2 years, they've had an All-American offensive lineman who left. Bunchy Stallings year before last, and now Logan Stenberg this year, both All-Americans. Not to mention George Asapo-Ajay, who became a draft pick on the offensive line. And all they do is bring back 4 out of their 5 starting linemen who started 4 of the 5 guys that are back started every game together last year. And 3 of those guys were high school All-Americans, U.S. Army All-Americans. When has Kentucky ever had that? You lose an All-American in back-to-back years, and the 3 of the guys that are left are former high school All-Americans. They've just kind of reloaded year after year, and this past recruiting class was such a breakthrough for them because they went and got blue chip guys, not just from Kentucky and Ohio, their pipelines, but from Michigan and Florida and Tennessee and Mississippi, and places, Louisiana, places that Kentucky doesn't go get blue chip guys. And a lot of those were on the defensive line. I think Rivals ranks Kentucky's defensive line class 3rd best in the country behind Clemson and Alabama. And not by much. That's pretty elite company.
Wow. So in case of you out there in radio world, we've got Kyle Tecker from The Athletic, theathletic.com. I wanted to give Tim a question for you there, Kyle, but before I do that, I kind of want you to talk about The Athletic, man. Plug yourself a little bit.
I appreciate that. Basically the whole idea of the site, which is now, I guess, overall about almost 4 years old, a little over 3. And I've been there. This is going into my 3rd basketball season. It will be. The whole idea of it is just to sort of do something a little different, to tell some deeper stories, to not really worry with the daily minutia, which is a nice change of pace just from the functionality of my job. It's a subscription site, so you do have to pay for it. And I think their whole approach was, if we're going to ask people to pay for content, it better be different and it better be worth it. So, they encourage us to take time on stuff and maybe not write every day, but make it count when you do. And so that's hopefully what people will find there. And we cover everything. Sign up for me. That'd be great if you care about Kentucky. But we cover every NFL team, every NBA team, every Major League Baseball team. Hockey, soccer. We went last year and hired all the best soccer writers in Europe and cover the Premier League and soccer over there like nobody else does. So it's really anything you're interested in sports, we cover it and probably have some of the best people in the world doing it.
That's awesome. Tim, what do you got, man?
Hey, Kyle, I'm Tim. I was just going to hit you with a couple things. One is I've been a sports writer for 20 years in Southeast Kentucky, and I was looking at something you wrote. I think it was in 2018. I know I was hit with the same thing that you were hit with back then. I was working for a newspaper not too long ago and got hit with the we're going in a different direction thing. But I mean, it looks like you have found a lot better home and you've thrived where you're at, and I'm really enjoying where I'm at. And it's funny how things happen that way. And I think you even mentioned that in that article I read at the time. So I just want to let you know that I can relate with that, and I enjoy your work. But the one thing I wanted to ask you about was, Kentucky fans are very passionate, man, obviously, and very opinionated, and things like people transferring out or people not choosing Kentucky or some of these players who we don't think are ready for the NBA, they take off early and leave. And I wanted to ask you about E.J. Montgomery. I know that I read where you kind of got close with his family. They kind of let you in and you got close with them. Some of the fans and even some of us guys were like a little upset that he was going to leave instead of coming back. We thought it was a better decision for him to come back. And then there was something that surfaced about his dad making a comment or saying something publicly about it wouldn't benefit him to come back to UK. When I just wanted to get your inside feeling on E.J. Montgomery, you're being close to the family, and how you feel about those situations.
Yeah, I mean, I always try not to tell these guys what they should do. I mean, I wouldn't tell them any. I wouldn't call them up and say you're an idiot. But I mean, even in just my public comments, I try not to say, oh, they shouldn't have done this or that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've typically leaned towards whatever they want is the right move, because if they can go and get drafted and get some money, we don't know their situations, and it's I'm not playing with somebody else's money. If you could go make $1 million right now and you're not sure you could next year, then go do it. But EJ is a rare case where I think I could say unequivocally it just doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't. Nobody can really understand what he's doing here, because from everyone I've talked to, all of our guys who cover the NBA and cover the draft, so they talk to NBA teams and GMs, nobody understands it. He's almost certainly not getting drafted. Maybe he'll surprise us and he's having some private workouts and he looks great and he gets taken in the second round. I just don't think he is, though. I really don't think he's going to get drafted. And I don't, as a former top 10 recruit and a guy who thought he could be a lottery pick and has some of those skills, they just haven't fully developed yet. It's hard for me to believe that what he wanted out of his experience was to play 2 years in a very small role at Kentucky and then go not get drafted. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I have not been. I talked to the family while they were making the decision. I haven't talked to them since. I tried to call them recently and got radio silence. Maybe because I have said publicly in this case that it feels like a mistake. I don't know what to tell you. I can tell you the folks in Kentucky don't know either. They're surprised. They were surprised by it, and
well, I think
he had a chance to really be the focal point in the front court. I mean, they're not going to go get probably Olivier Sarr if he comes back, and he kind of can be the man. But I really cannot explain sort of the logic behind leaving in the way he did.
Well, I think, Kyle, that's the tough part about being in the media is, you can get close to some of these people, and then it's hard because you got to do your job, and then you got to, they obviously want you to side with them, but you've got to do your job and do it to the best of your ability. And so it just makes it kind of tough sometimes when you're involved like that.
Yeah, you do want people to trust you and let you in, but then if something hard comes up that you've got to write about or ask about, they don't love that, and then sometimes it's hard for them to understand. Oh, I thought we were cool, and it's like we are cool. We're good, but the truth is the truth.
That's right, man.
Well, Kyle, I wanted to kind of just real quick give you some last minute things to say to Big Blue Nation out there, and let you get on with your night. And again, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really, like I said, I'm a huge fan, so thank you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate that.
Again, man, have a good night, and anytime we always do this with all of our guests, by the way. Anytime you've got an open invitation to get on the show.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'd be glad to come on anytime. Just shoot me a text.
Awesome. Well, you take care and have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Yeah, that was Kyle Tucker with The Athletic, theathletic.com. Man, that was a real, you know what? Honestly, man, that was a great interview. And the great part about that, man, was you got to hear that E.J. Montgomery, I mean, even him right there was like, man, this is not a good idea.
I love the way he was honest with us about it, Adam. People want to not upset people, and they want to side with people. And like I said, he was close to the family. They let him in, he got to know them. But he said he just doesn't understand it. He don't understand why EJ chose to leave. But, it's one of those things you got to wish him well, man. You got to hope the best for him.
That's exactly right. Well, we're up against the break, guys. So when we come back from the break, I want you guys to call in the show. All right? Got 20 minutes left of the show before we go to 7 o'clock, where we have the Harris Way and Ramon Harris. He has got former UK basketball cat Patrick Patterson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait.
Be a great show. Mm-hmm. Great show, folks. 859-428-8419 if you want to get in the show tonight. Clay County, I'm yelling at you. London, Corbin. Let's get some calls from down there. For sure. 859-428-8419. Hey, don't forget CannabisFrog.com. CannabisPhrog.com. Use coupon code CATS for 15% off and a free gift. You're listening to Wildcat Sports Talk.
This is Kentucky Agriculture Commissioner Ryan Quarles. During this unprecedented time, the need is great. That's why this station and Feeding Kentucky are uniting against hunger. You can help your local food bank without leaving the comfort of your home by donating at feedingky.org. Your generous gift will ensure that families in our communities have enough to eat. Together, we can make a difference. Consider donating today at feedingky.org.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19. Physicians and public health professionals are trying to protect us because our healthcare system would be overwhelmed if too many people get seriously ill. We have to take their advice seriously. So, prepare, focus on the essentials. Protect, keep some space from people outside your home. And disinfect, a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Think about this. Less than 4 in 10 Americans can name any of the 5 freedoms guaranteed in the First Amendment. Yet, 41% of Americans under 35 think the First Amendment goes too far. Do you know your 5 freedoms guaranteed in the First Amendment? Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, freedom to peaceably assemble, freedom to petition the government. Think first. Go to thinkfirstamendment.org to learn more.
Aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Have you been in a car accident and need legal help? Contact Gambrell & Wilder Attorney at Law, who remind you to drive safe and arrive alive. They're located in Pineville, Lexington, and London. Give them a call today at 606-337-5015. Truck, car, wreck injuries, work injuries, they've got you covered. That's Gambrell & Wilder Attorney at Law. You can find them online at gambrellwilderlaw.com.
We've all heard the frightening fast talk of modern medicine.
May cause severe infections, liver damage, gastrointestinal bleeding, increased blood pressure or cholesterol, reduced white blood cell count.
Ancient medicine has no fast talk and no disclaimer, unless you count this.
You might want to pick up some snacks. Oh, and you're going to sleep like a rock.
Cannabis Frog not only offers CBD oil, but also other natural alternatives, such as herbal teas, essential oils, and in-store foot detox. Find locations and more info at cannabisphrog.com. Cannabis Frog.
Welcome back to Wildcat Sports Talk.
Welcome back into the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. 859-428-8419 is the number to call if you'd like to get in the show tonight. We will gladly talk to you about anything. 859-428-8419. We'll talk sports. We'll talk NBA, baseball. I don't care. Doesn't matter. We'll just chat with you tonight. So, yeah, man, really awesome interview there. And the thing about EJ is it does baffle, I think most Kentucky fans are in the opinion that, yeah, you want the kid to go out and get paid, right? That's important, too. But I think most of us feel like, man, you're making a horrible decision, not because of our own selfish desire, but because, man, come back and better your game.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree 100%, Adam. I mean, it's not all selfish reasons, man. It's not like we're upset because Nick Richards went, or we're upset because Quickly went. We're upset because a guy that it makes sense to come back to help his career went.
Right.
So that's the frustrating part, man. But
I've got some $20 e-gift cards I've got to give away. All right. That is to cannabisfrog.com. So anyone listening, I don't care who it is, just call in and give me something, talk to me, whatever, and I'm probably going to give it to you. All right.
You know what, Adam? Just give it away.
That's right. I'm going to give a bunch of them away. I've got like a handful of them here. 859-428-8419. I actually went and got my CBD today from Cannabis Frog.
I'm going to call in from another line, disguise my voice, and see if I can get it.
That's right. So, yeah, 859-428-8419 is the number to call if you want to get in the show. And thank you there, Aminu. We appreciate you. Yes. Very much so. It was a great interview. So, I mean, that's there you go.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, nothing like getting a good little positive feedback, especially from somebody that we think a lot of. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just played in the greatest game of all time.
No big deal. No big deal.
So, yeah. But yeah, give me a call. I'll hook you up. 859-428-8419. If you want a $20 e-gift card, it is yours. Just give me the call. All right? Talk to me. I want to talk to the people out there that are listening. I know you're listening. I don't care where you're at. We'll hook you up.
Hey, if you're in Texas, we promise we're a little bit more ready for that phone call now.
That's true. Yeah, you say the Raiders, we're gonna,
we'll be ready for the
we'll
Raiders
be ready
talk.
for that.
Yeah,
right.
Call us from Texas, California, Alabama, wherever you're at. We're ready. Hey, we challenge you to call us now. We're on our toes now.
Yeah, I got a handful of these cards to give away tonight, and I want to give them away to you. So if you want them, you just got to call. That's it. 859-428-8419.
Dude, it's like
Tim,
cash in the hand. It's
I
like
know
cash
it
in the
is.
hand,
I mean,
man.
I'm paying you to call me, basically.
Exactly.
I mean, what more do you want? I can't just come to your house and thank you personally, especially with the social distancing rules right now. I'm not allowed to do that.
People, we talked about this once before, though, Adam. People don't make phone calls like they used to.
They just don't.
People will text.
People like to text. People like to text.
It is what it is.
What, man,
it's okay.
If you guys want to text, just
text. Tim is better than Adam.
Yeah, there you go. Text it to the same number, 859-428-8419. You can text Tim is better than Adam, or
Adam is better than Tim.
Adam's better than Tim, and usually right more than Tim is. Yeah. So.
I like to let you live in your own little fantasy world, Adam. I mean, hey, I'm not the guy that eats cupcakes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Want a little substance in my schedule.
Well, hey, it's all right. But
there's a comment. Look at it, Adam.
Well, yeah, from family.
Well,
you want me to get
okay.
my dad to come? You want me to
didn't
get my
make
dad
no
to come in on here
disclaimers.
and tell you who's better?
Hey, your dad rescued you when we were doing the player bracket.
He did, didn't he? But of course, you whined about Derek Anderson. I mean, dude, y'all didn't get to hear that on radio. Let me just tell you. And check it out, folks.
What is it? You got it in front of you.
I
you
still have it in front
it.
of me. So, okay. And by the way, this is even better. This is even better. You moved Derek Anderson in the second round over guess who?
Don't even say it. I don't know, but you're ready to get me in trouble.
Patrick Patterson. So we're going to talk about that
Don't
tonight.
say I did it. I'm not the only one who did it.
No, you did. You did.
Well,
you did because your love for Derek Anderson.
Dude, I've got
insane.
one vote. The votes had to count.
It doesn't matter, but I'm just saying he cried, folks. I'm telling you, y'all missed this. He cried and cried and cried and cried. and so in the next round, we had Derek Anderson and Tayshaun Prince. Now, folks, we all know 90% of you, and this is just, you can just take this as fact if you want to. It doesn't have to be fact, but I'm just going to say that it is. Believe that Tayshaun Prince is the most lovable
Oh, my
player.
goodness.
He's the most lovable. Okay, lovable. I didn't say he was better, but lovable. And
lovable?
Should have won that round. But then...
How can you say a guy's more lovable?
Then my man over here, my man right here, man, he says, all right, we're going to move him on. All right, so we did all that. We gave him the benefit of the doubt. I let him have his little cry moment, and he got it. And then the Shepard train came rolling through, and everybody loves Jeff Shepard. And that knocked my man Derek Anderson out. But here's the thing. Derek Anderson would have been knocked out 2 rounds earlier had it not been for the
Had he-
crying,
Had
that
he not been a
ensued-
better player,
that it not been for the crying that ensued from Tim Brandstetter, folks.
oh man, I tell you what, man, I still don't understand how you can miss the greatness of Derek Anderson. It don't get much better than him. I mean, the guy gets injured. If he doesn't get injured and leads us to another championship like he was going to, I think a lot of people would have a little bit different opinion on him.
Yeah.
And he's still the only player in history, the only player in UK history to score 2 points in 0 seconds.
If I go back and look at this, I see a couple of things in these rounds that blow me away. Now that I'm sitting here looking at it again,
Yeah, I know. We had some crazy
There
ones.
was a round where we had Scott Padgett and Jamal Mashburn going head-to-head, and Padgett went through. Are you kidding me?
Did that? I didn't
How did
realize
that happen?
Yeah, that should have never happened. But you know why it happened? Because we kept preaching. It's not about who's the better player. It's about who you like more. Whatever you want to vote, whatever reason.
Yeah, that's true. And then you've got,
Adam, we've got some lunatics watching this show. I tell you.
Well, not just
I
watching,
love them.
What,
Hey,
not
don't
just
get me
watching,
wrong.
but who do we have listening now? Are there the same ones out there?
Don't get me wrong. We love them, but they're a little off the rocker sometimes.
I mean, are you going to tell me? First of all, I got to ask you this question right now. Derek Anderson. Let's see, who did he beat out in the first round? Well, he beat out Ralph Beard. That was a terrible matchup for my man Ralph because Ralph Beard's a legend.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, Derek Anderson and Patrick Patterson, man. I don't know, man.
I don't know. We'll ask Pat about it tonight.
I know. Aminu says over Monster Mash. Exactly. I don't know how that happened. I have no idea.
I don't know either.
No idea.
I mean, I don't know. Who did you say? Padgett?
Scott Padgett.
I love Scott Padgett, but come on.
And here's the thing.
We shouldn't have allowed that. We should have vetoed that.
Well, the thing is, though, is I seem to remember this might have been the moment that I cried because I seem to remember going, man, I would love to see a Shepard Padgett.
Yeah, you probably did. Yeah,
I did. But see, the other thing too is, it would have been really cool to see a Prince Shepard matchup too, but you ruined that. So,
man.
and it was him distinctly because it was neck and neck, and we just gave it to him because everybody on the show was like, "Well, I'm tired of hearing him cry, so we'll just go ahead and give it to him."
Well, I didn't send Mashburn home, so I put that one on you.
Sent him home right in the second round. He didn't even get close to the ring.
God, you know what? That goes to show you, Adam, that if we do a player bracket, it's really not very. It's not something you can really take any stock in because we're kind of lunatics, just like our followers are.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
No rhyme or reason behind our
and we
brackets.
really and Aminu Timberlake, he got a bad draw in this bracket.
He got a horrible
DeMarcus
draw.
Cousins.
I remember that horrible draw.
A horrible draw. I'm sorry about that, Aminu. Next bracket next year.
I was going to say if we had that bracket now, I know who would go through.
Yeah, we're going to fix you up next year, Aminu.
That's right.
We'll get you a ring. Don't worry. Yeah. We'll get you a ring.
Oh, Minu's already in my Final Four. I can imagine by next year where he's going to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's wow. But I mean, you just you cry.
You know what, Adam? Anybody wants to, and we're running out of time today, obviously. But in any show anybody wants to, you call in and lobby for a player that's not that popular of a player. That not everybody puts in their top 5. Tell us who your favorite player is. Leave it in the comments today if you want to. But if you got a guy that you're just like, like Travis Ford. I love Travis Ford. Nobody's going to say he's one of the best top 5 or top 10 players to play at Kentucky, but to me, he is. Tell us somebody to you is a top player to ever play at Kentucky.
That's exactly right. So real quick, a couple things. Want to tell you guys, coming up 7 o'clock, we've got the Harris Way with Ramon Harris and Patrick Patterson. I'm going to make Tim explain himself. Patrick Patterson. And then if you want to check it out, is what I'm going to say. There is another link on the page. Just click over to it. It's there. The Harris Way coming up at 7 o'clock. If you're listening on radio, you just stay right where you are, and we will be back in just a few minutes with that show. So exciting stuff, Tim.
I am super excited, man. I know a lot of people's been waiting ever since we made the announcement, about Mashburn coming on the Harris Way. So, guys, we should have a lot of people tuned in. Call your friends, call your mommy, daddy, mama, papa, tell them Patterson's coming on.
That's exactly right.
Don't leave them out. Hey, if you don't call your buddy or your family and tell them Patrick Patterson's coming on the show, then you don't love them, Adam. You don't love them.
I know. They're going to miss out. They're going to miss out on a great show that's coming up in just about 4 minutes with our man, Ramon Harris. Number 22, Ramon Harris.
Right, the one and only.
I'm excited, man. Can you tell?
Yeah, man, I can tell. You should be. I am. Everybody's
right.
Excited.
Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We'll be back again at 7 o'clock. And then, of course, you can check out our show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here at 6.
Love you guys. Go Big Blue.
Love you guys big time. You've been listening to Wildcat Sports Talk. Peace out.